Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about class 12 chapter electrostatics. Actually, according to NCERT book, there are two chapters. First one is electric field and charges, and second chapter is potential and capacitor. These two chapters has been categorized under electrostatics. Now, today we will give a brief description or introduction about this chapter, electrostatics. To start with, first, the term electrostatic, where we get two terms joined together, electro and static. Electro term related to charges, and the static term, it means static, it means rest, which means charges which remain at rest. Simple. If it is in motion, we would have called it electricity or electric current. That means charges is in motion. Simple. Electrostatics. Now we all know that there are two kinds of charges. First one is positive charge and second is negative charge. Positive charge, negative charge. And the neutral means it means zero charges. Actually, it is not a category of charge. The point is, from where we get these charges, from where we will get these charges, this type of or this kind of charges, positive, either positive or negative, or we can say what are the origin of these electrostatic, of these charges which is in rest, from where we will get this kind of charges. Generally, we have seen, or in our childhood we have played about a game with a pen or with a comb while rubbing in our hairs and put toward a piece of papers, and the papers get attracted toward it. The same thing happens here. There exists the phenomenon of electrostatics. Let me tell you how. The origin of electric charge. In simplest way, the origin of electric charge is friction. Now the question arises how? It is, we all know that suppose it is a nucleus and as a whole it is an atom. So it is nucleus and there exist electrons. Suppose for example, there exist two electrons in the outermost shell. In that case, what if we knock it out, one electron from the atom? The atom becomes positively charged, because as we all know that number of proton and number of electron in an atom is always equal. So if in that case, if we knock out one electron from that atom, as a whole the atom will get ionized, or the charge, ultimate charge will be positive charge. The same thing happens during friction. Suppose we have taken a stick, plastic stick, and a woolen cloth. Stick and woolen cloth. When we rub both the object together, here we will see a phenomenon. That means, see, the stick or the plastic stick made up of number of atoms. Similar way, the woolen cloth is also made up of number of atoms of different element maybe. Now, whenever we rub both the object together, there exists one work function. work function is the amount of energy required to knock out the outermost electron from that atom. So whenever we rub it together, the atom present in the plastic stick or the atom present in the woolen cloth, the outermost electron from that atom gets knocked out or just transferred from one object to another object. That is the simplest idea of electrostatics, of the origin of electrostatics through friction. Now, suppose after rubbing it gets negative charge. So, similar way, the woolen cloth will get positively charged. Now, the question arises how? See, whenever we rub, the atom present in the plastic stick and the atom present in the woolen cloths, the electron from woolen cloths transferred to the plastic stick. Now the question is why the reverse is not possible. It is because of work function. Simplest. The work function required to eject the electron from the atoms of woolen cloth is much easier than the plastic stick. That is the simplest. So the atom here will become positively charged. That is while rubbing, the electron transferred to the plastic stick. As a result, the plastic stick acquires negative charge and the woolen cloth becomes positively charged. It means positively charged. It simply means, it doesn't means here exists or here acquires or accumulate amount of protons. No, it is wrong. It means lack of electrons. Simple. The positive ions here acquires, it means lack of electrons. Now coming to the next point. Here we can make a table of few objects acquires positive and negative charge. Here positive charge, here negative charge. Number 1 is glass cloth and silk cloth. Whenever we rub glass rod with silk cloth, then the silk cloth acquires negative charge and the positive charge will be acquired by glass rod. It is the reason is simple because of work function of both the atoms present in both the material. Number 2 is woolen cloth. And rubber shoes. Number 3, woolen cloth and plastic rod or plastic object or plastic rod. So here you will find various type of objects. When they rubbed together, they will acquire positive or negative charge simultaneously. You will find various examples of these objects in your book, NCERT book or any other books. Now, there is a process. Actually, there are several processes of charging a body. Among these, one process is charging by induction method. Charging by induction. What does induction method means? Induction method simply means without physical contact. That means they will acquire charge but without physical contact. Now, how will be the phenomena look like? Suppose we consider a plastic ball, suppose a spherical ball, and it is an insulated stand. Suppose we have an object which already being charged, suppose positive charge. Now, say it is a plastic rod or anything which is positively charged. Now, if we bring that charge toward that spherical object, what happens? Initially it was totally neutral. That means there are no net charge as a whole. Whenever we bring that charge toward the spherical ball or object, the initial phase or the closer phase of the ball, it will acquire negative charge. It is simply due to electrostatic attraction, and the furthermost part will acquire positive charge because of electrostatic repulsion between the positive and positive charges. It means the atom present there, it loses electron, outermost electron, and that has been attracted by these positive charges, and it is in the closer phase of the insulated object. So here we already have separated the positive and the negative charges. Now, if we grounded the furthest phase, see here the negative charge will get automatically attracted toward the positive charge. Okay, the negative charge will get neutralized because the electron will neutralize all those positive charges here. The positive charges will get neutralized. After that, if we remove the initial that originally was charged, if we remove those part, then we will get it will be negatively charged, which will be uniformly spread throughout the sphere. Here the negative charge is static form, that means electrostatic. The charges are not moving, it is in rest position, it is in static form. So thus from neutral we transferred into a negatively charged ball, plastic ball. Similarly, we can also charge it positively. How? Simply we will bring a negative charge object near it, so that this face will acquire positive charge and the furthest place will acquire negatively charge. Similarly, we will ground the negativity part. Because of electrostatic attraction between the negative and the positive part, it will attract, and the furthest most negative part will go to the ground. After that, if we remove the charged object, simply it will uniformly distribute over the whole surface or whole volume. As a result, we will get a charged spherical ball which is in static position. This type of charges are known as induced charge. Induced charge. Now let us know the different properties of electric charge. Properties of electric charge. Number 1, electric charges are additive in nature. Number 2, we already know two kinds of two types or kinds of charges. One is positive and negative. Number 3, charges are quantized or quantization of charge. Number 4, like charge repel each other and unlike charge attract each other. These are few properties of electric charge. Now if we discuss the first one, additive in nature, it means suppose here consists of 3 electrons. Suppose I am giving you an example. Suppose there are 3 electrons present. Now if we able to pour some 5 electrons, suppose 5 electron here, there we will get 5 more electron, 4, 5. As a whole we will get 8 electron. That means electrons are additive in nature. That means we can add up number of electrons here. Though it is not the actual case, it is just an example to make you understand the first point. 8 electrons. Okay. So there we can write total charge equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus like that. The second point is two type of charge. We already have discussed about it. Third point is quantization of charge. This is the very most important and crucial point. Quantization of charge means Q equals to NE. We already know that charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Here is minus sign. Charge. So n is just an integer. N is equal to 1, 2, 3, like that. It means the total charge will be integral multiple of one charge. It also means Q is equal to integral multiple of 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Simple. Integral multiple of this charge. It also means that this charge, which is the charge of electron, cannot be further divided. As a whole, it is a number. We can multiply. If there is 1 electron, then the charge will be 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. If there is 2 electron, then the charge will be 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. It means quantized, or it means discrete nature. Discrete nature of charge. Discrete nature of charge. The fourth point, we already know that the like charge repel each other. That means positive charge, always there will be repulsive force, and negative there will also be a repulsive force. If there is unlike charge like positive, negative, they will attract each other. So these are the few properties of electric charge. So today what we have discussed, we have learned about electrostatics, origin of electrostatics, then the friction, which we can call it as a origin of electric electric charge, and the last one is properties of electric charges. Yes, we also learned about the induction process, how we can charge through a process of induction. So for today, this much only. In the next video, we will learn about Coulomb law and factor form of Coulomb law. There are superposition principles also. We will learn about this in next video. So till then, thank you.